Hey there, please pause this video, attempt this question, and if possible, like the video. It helps out the algorithm. So we're going to start with part A. Now, part A is the mouth where there is going to be amylase going to be produced, which is going to break down starch into glucose. You're not going to get any fats or proteins getting broken down. Actually, if you have a piece of bread and you leave it in your mouth, maybe wait for 20 or 30 minutes, it will start to taste sugary. And that's because the starch in the bread has turned into glucose. Now, part B is the stomach, which is slightly acidic, around about a pH levels of 2.5. And there's a specific enzyme that works in there known as pepsin, which is a protease enzyme. So it's to break down proteins. But you're not going to get any fats working in that place. Now, part C is the small intestines, which breaks down all of these. It's got a slight alkaline conditions, and that is... So when the food passes from the stomach, it goes into the small intestine, and then bile is added. That bile is produced and stored in the gallbladder, which lets it go, and then it works there. Now, bile, emulsifies fats, breaks it down into little droplets, neutralizes the pH. When the food has gone to the stomach, it's really acidic, so it needs a slight alkaline conditions, and that is what's happening. At that part. Now, part D, you're not going to get any digestion. You're just going to let the food out, excretion, so you're not going to get anything. Now, draw a labeled diagram of villus. So this is a diagram. So this is what villus looks like. Now, villus is all about for digestion. So you want to maximize the surface area. So they don't really show it on this one on BBC Bite Size, but there's other diagrams that might show it. But on the sides of it, there's going to be something called microvillus. So they're like villus, these small things that are going to be found on the sides. And that just increases the surface area even more to allow maximum absorption. So this is where it's going to be found on the small intestines to maximize absorption. That is why it's only one cell thick. So it doesn't have to travel such a long distance to get there. It's filled with capillaries, so you got maximum blood supply. Okay, so also you want to put glucose into the blood, so everything other than fatty fats are going through there. Now the fats actually go through this part over here, which they don't label. Okay, which we call the lacteal, and that is where all the fatty acids go through. Okay, and then that is pretty much it. So they say that the disease, this celiac disease, so usually people with that type of disease, they have malnutrition. They can't absorb as much because you lowered the surface area. Okay, so if you've got less surface area, you're not going to get all the broken down molecules. The amount of glucose you're absorbing is less. The amount of fatty acids you're getting is less. The minerals and vitamins is reduced, which means you're going to be reduced the amount of protein synthesis, reduced amount of respiration, which also can lead to reduced amount of growth. So that is particular what they were looking for, because you need proteins and so forth for growth, and you're not going to absorb as much because lower surface area. Thank you very much for watching this. Subscribe to my channel. I post daily GCSE content. Thank you. Bye-bye.